What's going on, people? You're watching How to Make Beats with the Faceless Producer, and in this episode I'm going to show you how I built a cheap soundproof room that I used as a recording studio. First things first, let's clarify what soundproof means. What it isn't is affecting the quality or accuracy of the sound inside the room. That is a different thing, namely acoustic treatment. What it is sound isolation. That is isolating sound so that it can't escape the room or outside sounds can't get in. Now let me point out something. Sound is a sneaky little bastard. Yeah, it always finds a way to escape. It just has Houdini-like skills since there are so many escape routes, windows, doors, aircon systems. So now that your expectations have been adjusted, let's get started by recognizing that although it's very hard to completely soundproof a room, with a small amount of money and some know-how, you can make a significant, let me say that again, significant reduction in how much sound is leaving or entering the space. I'm just going to touch on the basics of what to do, and for those who want to know how to do it, I've created a free guide that you can download. I'm just going to run through briefly some of the science behind how soundproofing works. But if you already know the science or you don't want to wait, feel free to hit that fast forward button. So, how to stop sound? Since sound travels through solids and air, anywhere air can get through, so can sound. This is quite obvious, but sound energy weakens over distance. For instance, a block party gets quieter as you drive away from the neighborhood. This feeds into decoupling and conduction. Decoupling is the remedy to conduction since materials conduct sound. Therefore, it's necessary, when possible, to prevent things that sound will use as a travel path from physically touching each other. You know, it's like breaking the bridge in the middle, so it sounds like, oh, where do I go? Where do I go now? For example, there's a steel beam under the floor where your speakers are that runs underneath every room in the building. The sound from your speakers will vibrate that steel beam, and the sound will travel to every room in the building. This is known as flanking transmission. Yeah, flanking. Go on, cue all the jokes. So the more mass a material has, the more difficult it is for sound to get through. But the mass has to be significant to make an impact. Think of a resonant frequency as sound dialing in a code of a combination lock that opens a portal in the wall, so we can just walk through and escape. So basically, because the sound and the wall have matching frequencies, they're no obstacle to one another. A material's rigidity and softness will determine how well it absorbs sound. By making the sound have to pass through different layers of different densities helps to fatigue all the sound in a way, aka dampen it, which brings me to the main practical aspect of creating this soundproof room. Some common myths about soundproofing are foam on the wall will soundproof your room. This is another popular one, egg cartons. I mean, come on people. Really, the best case scenario, those are acoustic treatments. But given what we looked at previously about how sound escapes, the cheapest way to soundproof a space is to build a room inside of another one. A room within a room. What? There's no way I can do that. You can. Even if you're renting, if you plan to stay there a while, what you build can be dismantled before you leave, and you can reuse the materials if necessary. I mean, granted, it is a little bit of extra effort. Good comes easy in it. Ask my girl. She'll tell you. Once your room within a room is completed, the master escape artist, aka sound, will look for a way out. It will find tiny little gaps. The high frequencies in the sound, they have really short wavelengths. They're like baby sound. So they will be contained easily within the room. That's why when your neighbor is talking, all you can hear is yeah, a bit like that. It actually sounds exactly like that. Muffled sound contains only low mids and lower frequencies. These have longer wavelengths and have more strength, aka energy. They will vibrate the floor, the walls, under the door, the windows, which you will hear outside as sub-frequency noise. Now, if you put what is called a two-leaf partition, which is basically two layers of drywall or plasterboard, that will act as a barrier to take some of the energy out of the escaping sound. You can also use a dampener to take out even more energy. But dampeners such as green glue, they're not that cheap. It's important to make sure that the seams of the drywall don't line up on both layers. Otherwise, you'll be creating a small air gap. Behind the partition, you will have to put in insulation wool, which due to its density and softness will absorb some of the sound energy as well. As we saw earlier, sound dissipates with distance, so by leaving a little air gap between the insulation and the original wall, the sound would lose more energy again. So in a way, think of it like sound has to do an assault course to escape. By the time it gets out, it has significantly less energy, aka it's significantly lower than it is when you're inside the room. Boom, I'm gone. 1.